The first part of the State of the State address is out. The governor is urging caution with the next supplemental budget. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. A tractor-trailer crash shut down an on-ramp to I-395 this morning, and a community is rallying to help after their town manager died suddenly last week. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Tuesday afternoon. We had a freezing spray advisory up earlier this morning that dropped at 10 a.m. We're watching a small craft advisory that will expire at 1 p.m. as we start to knock those wave heights back down. But on land, though, we're looking really nice right now, filled with a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds in some spots, but we'll be coming up as we do move forward. But otherwise, though, look at the northeast. Pretty quiet right now. There's a little bit of a system right about in here, though. That shouldn't cause us any issues at all. We will be watching for some precipitation opportunities coming up later on this week. But for the rest of today, filled with a lot of sunshine, some clouds on the way later on tonight. But notice they kind of start to get out of here, though, as we head towards early Wednesday morning. We'll call it a partly cloudy sky overall tonight and the parts of Wednesday as well. Now, the winds will start to back off during the afternoon period as well. There'll be a light and variable wind, and look at that, even calm coming up later on tonight as well. So thankfully, the wind will not be an issue for the next day or so. So for the rest of today, we have lower 20s, lots of sunshine out there, just a little bit cool out there in a few spots with the wind overall light and variable. Later on tonight, though, here's what we're looking at. 3 degrees getting cold again with a partly cloudy sky, chilly as a result with a light and variable wind yet again. As we head towards tomorrow, lower 30s, partly cloudy, and a southwest wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour in some spots. Alrighty, that hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, a lot of sunshine out there with temperatures in the 20s and then cooling off. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. Governor Janet Mills released the first part of her State of the State address this morning. In her letter to the legislature, the governor celebrated what she said is Maine's record economic and population growth. She strongly urged lawmakers to approach additional projected revenues with serious caution. In the letter, Mills said, quote, "I recognize there are many needs across the state, and I know in the past we have been able to say yes to a lot of things. However, this year is and must be different. If we do not budget responsibly now, the legislature will be forced to make painful cuts in the future, just like other states are having to do now." The governor made a series of proposals that included money for emergency housing and long-term ownership. The governor will give the second part of her State of the State address tonight at 7. It will deal with the Lewiston mass shooting as well as the recent storm damage and where Maine goes from here. You can see it live on our sister station Fox 22 and on our website. A Penobscot County Sheriff's Cruiser was involved with an accident and with an overturned tractor-trailer this morning. First responders were called to an overturned tractor-trailer at around 8 o'clock this morning. There is a Penobscot County Sheriff's Office SUV that appears to be pinned by the tractor-trailer. Right now, crews are working to clear the wreckage and open the on-ramp back up. At this point, the on-ramp from 1A coming from Holden onto 395 is closed. Also, the off-ramp from I-395 going into Brewer is blocked. We're hoping for some details from the sheriff's office on how this accident happened later today. A Robbinston woman will spend 32 years in prison for killing another woman in Washington County. 43-year-old Rebecca Moores pleaded guilty to the murder of 53-year-old Paula Johnson in December. Johnson was found dead in her home in Pembroke in February 2022. Previous autopsy results revealed the cause of her death was a gunshot wound to the head. Moores originally denied any involvement in her death. Evidence later showed Moores had been purchasing drugs from Johnson, and the two were former dating partners. A Washington County man whose murder trial ended in a mistrial was back in court on Monday. Donald Dana and Kaylee Brackett were charged with the murder of Kimberly Neptune at her home in Perry. She was stabbed almost 500 times. A jury found Brackett guilty of murder. A spokesperson for the Attorney General's office says 39-year-old Donald Dana pleaded guilty to hindering apprehension and received a deferred disposition for 1 year, meaning he'll serve 1 year in jail for that offense. The spokesperson says if he does not meet all the requirements, it would result in an open plea on the hindering charge with a potential sentence of up to 5 years in jail. The commission investigating the Lewiston mass shooting is seeking help from the legislature because of what members say are uncooperative witnesses and organizations failing to turn over records. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard explains.
The commission investigating the October 25th mass shooting in Lewiston says they need subpoena power in order to fully complete their work.
Victims, their families, and the residents of Lewiston and the people of Maine deserve to learn the full truth.
Ann Jordan is the executive director for the commission, which was created by an executive order from Governor Janet Mills. One problem the commission members say they're running into in their mission to examine the shooting, police response, and months leading up to it is their lack of power to compel testimony and documents from witnesses. A bill supported by all legislative leaders across the aisle looks to change that.
And so we find ourselves here today in a truly bipartisan effort. The commission has started their work, and now it's up to us to allow them to complete it to the best of their abilities.
According to Jordan, they are seeking the power due to lack of cooperation from the U.S. Army, which is conducting its own investigation of the events before October 25th.
As the commission has undertaken its investigation, it has encountered several individuals who have either refused to appear or who have been directed not to appear by their superiors. Other situations have arisen where persons have refused to turn over records in their possession absent a legally binding order.
Lawmakers questioned whether a state-level subpoena would compel a federal organization to comply.
I do think there are some reasonable questions from members of the committee on both sides of the aisle about the nature of giving subpoena power to this commission, because that is unprecedented. As we heard, it's never been done before, and so what are the implications of that? We need to consider that thoroughly. What are the implications of this commission not being subject to public access requests for information, and how does all that work together?
Jordan warned about the consequences if the bill does not pass.
Without such power, there will be scores of unanswered questions and missing information. The final report will be incomplete.
The commission plans to release its full report to the public in May, but also plans to release an interim report to lawmakers before the end of this legislative session. At the State House, I'm Corey Bichard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
In response to the sudden passing of Carmel Town Manager Kevin Howell, community members have rallied together to support the Howell family. He died Friday after falling through the ice on Etna Pond. Our Doug Banks has those details.
Kevin was the kind of guy who believed in community and his family, and he made him a perfect person for the town manager job.
On Sunday, a community member and a friend of the Howell family created the Facebook page, Carmel Community Support Howell Family. Supporters of the page have quickly taken action to help bring comfort to one of their own. Loved ones and those who just want to give a helping hand have donated meals through TakeThemAmeal.com, while some community members have even reached out to help care for the family's livestock.
The town is mourning. We're all just mourning in different ways. But I think the best thing that everyone feels like they can do is try to help, and that's why that Facebook page has popped up.
The page's creator, who asked for their name not to be shown, said, "Kevin and his family as a whole have poured much time and effort into developing our town. I think the way Carmel is pulling together for his family is the greatest testament to his work."
He believed in community. He believed in family. He believed on finding, making this place a better place than he found it.
A link to that Facebook page can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. In Carmel, Doug Banks, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on ABC7 News at noon, an anonymous donation is allowing one school to get some much-needed repairs. We'll have details when we return.
Want luxury hair repair that doesn't cost $50? Pantene's Pro Vitamin Formula repairs hair, as well as the leading luxury bonding treatment for softness and resilience without the price tag. If you know it's Pantene.
Ooh, stuffed up again?
So congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Just Sinex? Breathe. What is... Wow. Sinex? Breathe. Ah.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Carpet One, Coastal Auto Parts, Greenway Equipment Sales, Katahdin Trust Company, Ray Plumbing and Heating, and Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Jeopardy, like the Everest of trivia.
Spit and truth therapy.
You gotta feel smart. You wanna look smart, dress smart, be smart, think smart, talk smart, get smart. You are smart, smarty pants.
What is Equus?
Nitroglycerin. Avignon.
Hyperglycemia. You got revenge on that category.
I sure did.
You got to unleash the power.
Woo!
That's the path to Jeopardy success.
You know, I like that, yeah.
Yes.
This week at 7:30, only on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
A new 12-bed residential substance recovery center in Waterville opened its doors earlier this month. Members of the program say it's already changing their lives. Grace Blanchard has more.
Along Hazelwood Avenue in Waterville sits a house with a mission.
Give them a good place to start and help them through the struggles while they're here.
The Central Maine Recovery Center is a new 12-bed residential recovery residence that is trying to give those battling substance abuse a second chance at life.
We were trying to separate them from the type of life they were living.
The center's president says there are 3 phases to their program.
We go by education, empower, and evolve. And I think the program that we've put together gives people a break without having, too much pressure and not too much freedom at the same time.
It's not a treatment plan, this is like a plan for your life, and we want to look at what gets in the way.
Vice President Callie Merrill says there is a vital need for a program like this in the Waterville area.
Substances can be so isolating, and when you can say it out loud, like to somebody else, and they can hear it and understand it, that's what makes the difference.
And those living in the house say they have already felt that impact.
Yeah, it saved my life, changed my life, yeah, already. Reconnected with family, working, doing some other stuff.
They currently have 8 beds available. Although it is currently limited to men, they hope to expand in the near future.
23 years in recovery, and I guess it falls along that if I can do it, I think others can too.
More information on the program can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. In Waterville, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A large variety of some of our favorite treats can be linked back to prisoners. Correspondent Jackie Ibanez takes a closer look.
While you probably know which stores your groceries come from, you may be unaware that some of those items could be linked back to prison labor.
I feel like I had become a slave.
That's according to the results of a 2-year investigation by the Associated Press, which traced hundreds of millions of dollars worth of various crops and meats back to the hands of incarcerated Americans. Across the country, prisoners are working in fields, cattle farms, and more. They're harvesting materials and raising cows that the AP report found were later used to make things like Frosted Flakes, ballpark hot dogs, gold medal flour, Coca-Cola, and hamburgers, just to name a few. The AP says many of these products are sold at the likes of Target, Walmart, Kroger, Whole Foods, McDonald's, and more. Most prisoners are paid pennies, if given anything, and it's all legal.
The 13th Amendment prohibits slavery and involuntary servitude, except that there is a provision that allows for incarcerated people to be forced to work.
Some supporters say prison labor saves taxpayers money while giving inmates a chance to improve their lives behind bars. The AP says many companies listed in the report did not respond to questions. Whole Foods Market says it does not allow the use of prison labor in products sold at its stores. McDonald's said it would investigate the claims. While not all critics say prison jobs like these shouldn't exist, Some are calling for inmates to be treated fairly and more humanely and say work should only be voluntary. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News.
An anonymous donation is allowing the Adams School in Castine to make some much-needed upgrades. Matthew Juronsik has the story.
Well, I was in a state of disbelief.
School Union 93's Superintendent of Schools Derek Perkins is still processing the moment the Adams School received a generous $40,000 donation from an anonymous donor.
We're definitely gracious for their generous donation. It's going to do a world of good.
The benefactor came forward with the donation after learning the Adams School was not in compliance. The money from this donation will help improve the school's kitchen. The plan is to start replacing its ovens and refrigerators. The rest of the money is expected to service the school's fire panel.
We have contingency funds, but they were going to be completely depleted. This gift enables us as a school committee to really look forward in planning what's best for the building.
This donation goes to show the importance of the Adams School to the Castine community.
I hear all the time of all the folks that just have a real strong affinity to the school. Either they went there themselves, their parents went there, grandkids, their kids. I mean, it's really viewed as really one of the hot spots in town.
The funding not only takes a weight off everyone's shoulders, but it also allows them to start looking into the future.
We're going to be looking into storage options and really making sure that the structure itself is updated in a way that sees it into, the next 100 years.
The school committee is having a meeting next Wednesday that will discuss future upgrades to the building. In Castine, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
After the break, we'll take you behind the scenes at the Penobscot Theater Company. We'll be right back.
We've got a 100-year-old company here, and it's because of the service, the quality, and the experience. It gets done right.
I think we've been doing it for so long. The only thing that we do, that when we walk into a room, we automatically know how to treat that window. We can take any product that the customer's looking for and make it work in just about any situation that they present us with. So
there's no reason to be overwhelmed. No. We can help you through it.
We're not going anywhere. We've been around for 100 years.
The most important thing is family. AAA shares the same family values. For over 100 years, AAA has been providing legendary service and has helped who it values most, its members. Join our family, and you could save hundreds on your auto insurance policy with our competitive pricing. That could make a real difference to your budget. The savings you could earn by switching to AAA insurance will allow you to do more of what you love and spend more time with those who matter most. Now is a great time to review your auto insurance policy. Our team of qualified agents are here to help you with a free quote. AAA roadside assistance with AAA auto insurance keeps you covered when you're on the road and when you can't get back on it. To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 844-AAA Insurance or visit AAA.com/insurance for your free auto insurance quote today. You'll be glad you did. AAA, we're always with you.
Welcome to the Orono Arcade, your local, affordable destination. We want to provide you with the best experience we can without costing a small fortune. Our ever-popular 9-hole blacklight mini golf course is a huge attraction. Plus, we have the best arcade video games to choose from, including both modern and retro games. We have weeknight specials consisting of... We look forward to seeing you soon at the Orono Arcade.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
As we continue our week-long tribute to retro TV shows, today we're cooking up a comforting main dish that might have been served in the Cunningham's kitchen or at Al's Drive-In on the set of Happy Days. That's right, for 11 seasons, Starting in the mid-1970s, America tuned in weekly to see what the Cunninghams were up to, including the antics of Richie and his best friend, Arthur Fonzarelli, better known as the Fonz. You know, I think what made the show the most successful sitcom of its time was that it highlighted the happier moments of the 50s and early 60s, hence the name of the show. So to bring back those happy days, today I want to share our recipe for Salisbury steak. After combining some ground beef with breadcrumbs, chopped scallions, an egg, a little mustard, and a bit of salt and pepper, we form it into patties and saute them until they're browned and cooked through. To take these over the top, we finish them with a homemade mushroom gravy, just like Mrs. C probably would have. To get the recipe for our diner-style Salisbury steak, all you have to do is stop by our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a happy days kind of way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Once a month, the Penobscot Theater Company in Bangor offers behind-the-scenes tours of the theater's historic building. That opportunity is attracting everyone from history buffs and theater lovers to community members who are interested in seeing what goes on behind the curtain before the actors take the stage. Our Jody Hersey has more.
So I saw Mary Poppins in June, and I saw it actually 4 times, and it was amazing. So I really wanted to see behind the scenes of all of that.
There's no question that actors and audience members alike have made memories inside the historic Penobscot Theater building on Main Street in Bangor. In the past, this 104-year-old building has served as a vaudeville house, a church, and a movie theater.
When I was younger, there were serial movies. My brothers and I would come every week.
Ben Lehman, who is the theater's house manager and an actor himself, served as a tour guide.
Our building is gorgeous. I don't think people know how massive the building is.
Oh, look, we can see down.
Lehman led guests through the theater's rehearsal room, costume storage area, and even behind the curtain to see the pulley system that's used to make things appear to fly across the stage.
Oh my God.
These are hemp ropes because they're very, very strong. And we maintain them once a year, make sure that they're not frayed or, and that all the sandbags are repaired.
The theater's executive director says these tours offer guests the chance to see things they'd never see from their seats.
And I think there are some things about this building that are so unique that you can only see on the tour that were built into the hillside.
Penobscot Theater is currently showing the play Constellations, offering ticket holders the chance to make new memories inside this Bangor landmark.
People have had first kisses here. People have family traditions of coming to shows. So it's just the building is filled with a lot of love.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Those interested in checking out a performance or taking a behind-the-scenes tour can get more information at penobscottheater.org. When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
You decided you wanted a dog.
The transaction.
You went to her home. She gave you the dog. You gave her the $1,500.
The refund.
You called her, said, I want to return the dog. Even though you had no cause to return the dog.
I did.
No, you didn't. And she gave you your money back.
Correct.
But that wasn't the end.
Then you changed your mind again. Now she thinks she's dealing with a crackpot.
Next, Judge Judy.
Tuesday at 5, only on ABC 7.
Of course you're doing well. You're here on Wheel of Fortune.
Let's go win some money.
These contestants are going places.
We're sending you to Aruba, Italy, Scandinavia.
They're moving and shaking.
Let's go.
You could try to make it look a little harder. And getting it done.
Can't you get one more? Yes. Yes.
Here on Wheel.
The perfect place to be. And this is it, right? Right here.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke. For the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best a man can get
is Gillette Labs.
For fast sore throat relief, try Vicks VapoCool Drops with 2 times more menthol per drop and powerful Vicks Vapors to vaporize sore throat pain. Vicks VapoCool Drops, vaporize sore throat pain.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Brandywine Graphics, Coastal Auto Parts, Complete Tire Service, Disconnected Tattoo and Art Company, Osborne's Plumbing and Heating, and Whitney's Family Supermarket.
Welcome back. Let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Today's full weather forecast is brought to you by Healing Hands Massage and Handband, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later. Alrighty, this afternoon, we have a small crowd advisory that's still up until about 1 p.m. or so. This freezing spray advisory dropped at 10 a.m. So we are now done with that, though. And in fact, on land, we're looking pretty good. Wave height's still a little active, though, at around 7 to 12 feet. We're going to start backing that off as the afternoon progresses and even into the overnight period as well. On land, look at this. Looking really nice out there, filled with a lot of sunshine. We'll keep that going throughout the daytime period. Today, temperatures reaching for the lower 20s before we're all finished up. The bigger picture is looking rather quiet out there as well, as you have a cold front moving through across some parts of the country right now. Nothing impressive with this at all. Some other spots of high pressure, including right nearby for us, so helping to keep us calm. But we will have to watch for a little bit of a wave of energy that will be moving in coming up later on this week. But futurecasts moving forward, though, showing a lot of sunshine out there for the rest of the day, and a partly cloudy sky on the way later on tonight, though the clouds moving in will start to dissipate as we head towards Wednesday morning. So we will be greeted with sunshine as we start things off for your Wednesday. We hold on to the clouds, though, in the northern parts of the state, but everyone gets in on the clouds as we head towards Wednesday night and the parts of Thursday morning with a wave of energy that will be on the way by that point. So it'll move in from the northwest, going toward the south and east with some snow opportunities, maybe a little bit of rain closer toward the coastline, but I think most of this will fall as snow, though, Thursday afternoon and parts of Thursday night. But then by Friday, though, we'll get this out of here with minimal snowfall expected from the system. But Friday, we'll get this out of here and we'll be looking pretty good. Average high temperature is 28 degrees. We'll be below average today in the lower 20s, then lower 30s Wednesday, upper 30s for your Thursday. We're back in the middle 30s for your Friday. And then here we go. We have upper 20s Saturday, middle 20s, so Sunday, and also into your Monday. So for today, lower 20s, mostly sunny, a nice day out there with the wind light and variable. Later on tonight, though, here's what we're looking at here. 3 degrees, getting cold out there with a partly cloudy sky and a light and variable wind yet again. As we move ahead towards tomorrow, not bad, lower 30s, partly cloudy, and we'll have that southwest breeze getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour in a few spots. Your Healing Hands Massage extended forecast, so there's that chance for a little bit of snow on Thursday. Some rain could mix in along the coast. We'll have highs in the upper 30s, middle 30s Friday with a mostly cloudy sky, partly cloudy Saturday, highs in the upper 20s.
Thank you, Devin. It might take a small fortune to snag a ticket for this year's Super Bowl. Online marketplace TickPick reports the average ticket for the big game is about $9,800, which is the most expensive in Super Bowl history. The cheapest ticket is $8,188, well above last year's price of about $6,000. This year's Super Bowl features the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers, who faced off in 2020, which previously held the record for the most expensive tickets. The ticket site says the Super Bowl's location of Las Vegas is contributing to the high prices. Ticket experts say even if prices decline closer to the game, they will still not get below the previous high in 2020. Super Bowl 58 is set for February 11th. A creature at a ski resort forgets its lift pass but meanders around some skiers for a nice close-up view. This moose came out for a look around at Steamboat Ski Resort near Denver on Saturday. It was willing to give a nice social media snap, but reminded skiers not to get too close. Skier Chris Satchel says the mother moose seemed protective of her nearby baby. The skiers were willing to keep their distance. Steamboat Ski Resort says moose and other wildlife visits are common. Ski patrols close off detours and trails when there's too much activity. We'll see.